Anybody experience life after death? My grandfather was on his deathbed and all his life considered himself an atheist. I wasn't convinced of that because I heard him many times talking about religion, and I know that somewhere in a corner of his heart he believed in God. A week before dying, he started hearing a beautiful music, a chorus that sounded divine. He asked me a couple of times if I could hear it myself, and because I didn't want him to think he was crazy, I confirmed. He also started seeing a person that he said was sitting by his bed and waiting for him without saying a word. He asked me several times if I see the person and to remove it from the room because it scared him. I figured that he was hallucinating, and I agreed with everything he was saying. 2 days before he died, my grandfather had a moment of lucidity. He was a very intelligent person, and we usually had this deep conversations that never got me bored. That day we talked about soul, God, death and afterlife. He asked me questions and wanted to know my opinion on those topics, especially on afterlife. As my opinions were subjective, based on what I have read or my own experience, he proposed to make a pact. Who dies first amongst us two comes to the other in a dream and shows them if there is life after death. I shook his hand and he fell asleep with a smile of relief. 2 days later he was gone, and a couple of weeks after that I had a dream.